With billions of users on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, having a short and unique username is a huge flex. It's like digital gold in this day and age, and some cybercriminals will go to extreme lengths just to get them. This is the story of Mark Hearing, who became a victim of this cruel scheme. His tragic death just highlights how dangerous online harassment can really get. Mark Hearing was a 60-year-old grandfather from Tennessee who was really into tech and had a special Twitter handle, which was Tennessee. These short and unique handles are a big deal because they're short and easy to remember, and people are willing to pay a lot of money for them. But Mark never thought one day this unique handle would make him a target for online cyber criminals. The story starts in 2007, less than a year after Twitter launch. Mark signed up for Twitter when there wasn't as many users as there are today. Back then, when most of the unique usernames were available. Not like today, because if you try to find a unique short username, it will probably be taken. But back then, Mark chose Tennessee, and by 2020, he was turning down offers from strangers and a number of different companies wanting to buy his name off of him. Online handles are valuable in this day and age, and some cyber criminals will bully, harass, and even extort users into giving them. These criminals sell the usernames through online marketplaces to the highest bidder on sites like OG User. For those who don't know, OG User is a forum where users can trade, buy, and sell not only rare social media usernames, but other online digital goods. It's known for its focus on OG, so usernames that are typically short, single words, or letters are considered valuable in this online community. However, the site has gained a bad reputation for being linked to many cybercriminal activities, including hacking and account hijacking. To put things into perspective, a single character username on Instagram can go up to $100,000. A common first name or username like David or Joshua can go for easily $10,000. Clean single words like heart, paranoia, or miracle without any numbers has a price tag in the thousands. And the way that people used to buy these usernames was generally made in cryptocurrency, which are hard to trace and favored by cyber criminals. Shane Sonderman was an 18-year-old from Tennessee, and his friends were part of a group obsessed with getting rare social media handles and selling them on sites like OG User. And Shane and his friends used to SWAT people that had these unique usernames. And for those who don't know, swatting is when someone sends the police or the emergency response team to another person's address along with some false reporting, such as a bomb threat or a murder, or maybe even that this person is suicidal. And for weeks, Mark was getting creepy texts, random food deliveries, and threats. And Shane and his friends never stopped. They wanted him to give up that Twitter handle, but Mark refused. He stood his ground despite the harassment. On April 27th of 2020, things took a deadly turn when Shane Sonderman and his group of friends made a fake 911 call in Summer County, Tennessee. The caller, who had a British accent, said he was at a particular address, which was Mark's address, and that he had shot a woman in the back of the head, and that he would use pipe bombs placed on the front and back doors if the police responded.
I'm gonna blow this pipe bomb up, man. I just wanna kill myself.
And after the police responded, a neighbor called Mark to ask why the street was filled with police cars. Mark went to check it out, and the police ordered him to come out with both of his hands up. But Mark had a back fence he was unable to unlock, so the police ordered him to climb over with his hands up. Mark told them, "I am a 60-year-old fat man. I cannot do that." Terrified and confused, he offered to crawl under the gap in the fence. As he stood up after crawling, he collapsed from a heart attack. Mark died at a nearby hospital shortly after. This tragic event was caused by Sonderman and his group, driven by a desire to steal these unique social media handles. But Mark Hearing wasn't their only victim. Valeria Dazono was another target. She was an early adopter of Instagram, securing the two-letter username VD for her initials. When Valerie ignored multiple unsolicited offers to buy her account, she and many family and friends started to get unrequested pizza deliveries at all hours. When Valerie continued to ignore, Shane and others targeted her with this SIM swapping attack, which is a social engineering attack involving bridging employees at wireless phone companies into redirecting the target's text messages and phone calls to a device they can control. From there, the attackers can reset the password for any online account that allows password resets via SMS. But it wasn't the bomb threats that Shane and his friends called in that bothered her the most, but it was the home invasion ordered at her address using strangers on social media. Sonderman created an account on Grindr. Grindr is a dating app servicing the LGBTQ community, and Sonderman and his group set up to target her home, giving a specific instruction to a random stranger to walk into her house as if he were invited. Another victim was Shane Glass, who owned the Instagram handle Shane. He also suffered from endless pizza deliveries, SIM swapping, and swatting attacks, and the constant harassment left him paranoid for months. In May 2020, a week after Mark Herring's death, the FBI arrested Shane Sonderman, then 19, living with his mother outside of Memphis. Prosecutors told the court he was part of a criminal ring that would bully, harass, and intimidate victims into giving up their social media account names so they can sell them online to the highest bidder. In July, Sonderman was sentenced to 5 years in prison after pleading guilty to 1 count of conspiracy. Court documents allege Sonderman posted Herring's address and phone number to Discord shortly before the call. The fake emergency call itself was made by one of Shane's co-conspirators. It's easy to think that what happens online stays online, but the reality is, online actions can have serious, even deadly, real-world consequences.